Pardon and Parole Board votes in favor of commuting Julius Jones' sentence.
I am extremely grateful. All that I have today is a relief and a sincere gratitude.
But for the family of Paul Howell,
I don't want to live my life scared anymore. If Jones is left out, I fear that what he will do to me. He is still a threat to society.
the case now in the governor's hands.
Governor, we beg you to follow the law. We beg you to meet with his family, hear their story. Look at the evidence, and once you see the evidence, there will be no doubt in your mind, sir.
And that's where we begin tonight at 6. The Pardon and Parole Board recommending commutation for Julius Jones in a 3-1 vote, saying his sentence should be life with the possibility of parole.
But the case that's drawn national attention and international attention is far from over. News 4's Jessica Bruno is live tonight. Jessica.
Brent and Jolene, as you just heard a short while ago, DA David Prater and the Howell family held a press conference here at the courthouse, and we'll get to that. But rewind to this morning, Prater filed a motion trying to disqualify Pardon and Parole Board member Scott Williams from participating in the hearing today because of a business relationship he has with someone who spoke on Jones' behalf today. Williams ultimately deciding to recuse himself today, although he says he doesn't agree with this, quote, conflict of interest, but he did recuse himself. That left the board with 4 members. They needed 3 yes votes, and that's what they got.
I thank God that the truth came out today.
The family of death row inmate Julius Jones celebrating on Monday afternoon.
Amazing feeling. This is the moment that we've been waiting for and working towards.
Right now, my cup overflowing. Because when God blesses me, he blesses me overly and abundantly.
Moments earlier, the state Pardon and Parole Board in a 3-1 vote recommending Jones' sentence be commuted to life in prison with the possibility of parole. He was convicted in the 1999 murder of Edmond businessman Paul Howell. It's a crime that Jones has maintained he did not commit. It happened in the driveway of Howell's parents' home. His sister Megan and daughter Rachel were there. They spoke at the hearing.
Julius Jones shot a father in front of his children, all for a car, and my life will never be the same.
My testimony has been questioned because of the description I gave of the man I saw that night. It has been misconstrued as to the length of his hair. I did not see cornrows. Jones's supporters have taken my description out of context.
Prosecutors who were present at the trial also speaking Monday, pointing to what they call an overwhelming amount of evidence proving Jones is guilty, including his alleged alibi that night.
The alibi is not true, and how do you know that? Mr. Jones told his lawyers he was not at home on the night of the murder.
Jones' attorneys, though, arguing that during trial, Jones should have been allowed to take the stand to share his alibi and his version of what happened, calling his then public defenders inexperienced. And the infamous red bandana, the DNA found on it, also a topic among both parties.
The state's contention that the DNA testing on the red bandana forensically proves that Julius is guilty is demonstrably false. The state's position both overstates and oversimplifies the DNA test results. A partial major profile consisting of 7 out of 21 examined genetic markers was determined to be one from which Julius's profile could not be excluded.
Jones' legal team calling it not scientifically sufficient. Ultimately, these 3 members of the board deciding there is too much doubt surrounding this case.
We are devastated by the decision reached today by the Pardon and Parole Board. Our family continues to be victimized by Julius Jones and his lies.
The Howell family and the state expressing a lot of frustrations in a press conference Monday afternoon, including about several misconducts Jones has received in prison that should have disqualified him from having a commutation hearing today.
They were even willing to completely ignore their own rules. They didn't even address it. Those are their own rules. So what is this family expecting?
The ultimate decision now up to Governor Stitt, his office releasing a statement saying the governor takes his role in this process seriously and will carefully consider the Pardon and Parole Board's recommendation as he does in all cases. We will not have any further comment until the governor has made a decision. And the Howell family hoping to meet with Governor Stitt before then.
We sincerely hope that Governor Stitt will review this case and treat us more fairly than the criminal justice reformers on this board.
Now, the governor can either approve the board's recommendations, deny them, or change them altogether. So we'll, of course, be following it. We know that there is no time limit for him to make that decision, so we'll keep you posted. Reporting live in downtown Oklahoma City, Jessica Bruno, Oklahoma's News 4.